drain the swamp, and do the...
Hey, boys and girls, guess who we have today? It's Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan, Jim Jordan.
Pathetic.
Last week, as you know, every single agent,
Jim Jordan is a clown scumbag.
if you're going to get rid of the Trump policies that worked, what are you going to replace them with? Because they haven't replaced them with anything other than we're just going to process this flood of individuals who are coming across our country and these kids who are going through all kinds of turmoil. That is not a policy. That is just, as we've said many times, that is chaos. That is a crisis.
He's nuts. He's just a partisan hack. Don't listen to a word he's saying, Jim Jordan. What about the thing with Jim and the boys and this? Let's talk. Okay. In my view, he actually has a valid point. I hate to have to agree with such a scumbag as him, but from the very beginning, I've been kind of wondering, what in the hell is Joe Biden really doing? And where the hell has Kamala Harris been? Kamala, whatever it is. Where's she been? To me, she's just been, well, they clowned her. They had the milk carton thing that she's missing. I get it. I mean, childish, for people in our government to be, basically trolling her. But where has she really been? What has she really been doing? I'm sure she's been doing something, but I just haven't really seen her. Have you seen her? Do you know what is time? What? So there were obviously many problems with Trump handling of the border situation, and definitely we needed to do things better than the way things were being done under Trump. However, it looks to me, outside looking in, from what I've seen, it looks like Joe Biden has chosen politics over strategy or leadership. Basically, the priority seemed to be, we've got to show up Trump. What Trump was doing is bad, and we're going to put an end to it because we're the good people. Trump is evil. I'm going to do the right thing. Oh, the kids in the cages. The same cages they were in during Obama. And this is inhumane and blah blah blah. So we're gonna the executive order. We're gonna put a stop to this. This is not America. This is not how we do things. Oh, it sounds good from a political standpoint. I know a lot of liberals will fall for that. Ironically, the same way a lot of conservatives fell for a lot of Trump's games. We're gonna drain the swamp, and the media and this and that and right? And they go, yeah, Trump, yes, get those liberals, best president ever. So Joe Biden comes in there with his this is America and American values, and we're going to treat people with dignity, and we're not going to do like that evil Trump guy. We're going to do things the American way, with compassion, with integrity. We're going to, executive order, cancel this, cancel. But wait, hold on. You're canceling some things that are kind of messed up. That's great, but what are you replacing it with? Unfortunately, this is a complaint that you're mainly going to see coming from the right because their focus is obviously to attack. So this is one thing I think people need to understand. People on the right and conservatives, yes, there's a lot of deception and dishonesty and lies and misinformation because their whole lives and their existence is all about owning the libs. So they spend every second of every day, I don't mean that literally, of course, thinking about how they can own the libs, right? They go to sleep dreaming about it. They wake up first thing in the morning. Let me go see. Oh, Pelosi, is she? Right? That's their entire existence. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, I guess they're just not informed because there's plenty of valid material to complain about, right? There's a lot of corruption in the Democratic Party. There's a lot of problems with Joe Biden, like real legit problems. But when you're dealing with people who are not informed, don't really care to be informed, they're more reactionary. It's like, oh, Democrats, oh, Pelosi, oh, socialists, oh, pancake syrup. Pancake syrup, Mr. Potato Head. Cancel culture, right? When you're like that, then You don't have the knowledge to be able to say, actually, Joe Biden, blah, blah, blah. So you make stuff up. You lie. You repeat crap you heard on Tim Pool or Steven Crowder, out of context nonsense. But liberals, I don't think most of them need to lie, want to lie. Lying is not the point. Think about it. Lying is not the point for most of them. I mean, there's some people who are just chronic liars. That's a different story. But I think for most of them, they don't need to or want to lie. They lie because that's all they have, right? For those that know better and they go out and intentionally lie, that's just because that's all they got. If they actually spent the time doing the research, paying attention, and not being such a partisan, they would be having a lot of valid complaints. But instead, they go the easy way, make stuff up, repeat lies from, conservative media or whatever it is. However, liberals, again, lying is not the point. So that means if they actually happen to know about a legit issue, they'll bring that up as well. So don't just automatically dismiss it because it's coming from the right or from conservatives. You have a right to be very suspicious, but actually listen to what they're saying and question whether it's valid or not before you call judgment, right? Because again, if they find something legit, they're going to bring it up. The point is not to lie. The point is to attack, right? So if they actually have something that's legit to attack about, they will. So I from the very beginning, I've heard this from Border Patrol, and I've not heard a really good rebuttal to it. And we do see that there has been a surge that's happened since Biden. However, of course, again, devil's in the details. And you're dealing with a group of people who, a lot of deception. So this wasn't created by Biden. It didn't form overnight. The surge started during Trump. Now, admittedly, from what I've seen, it increased even more under Biden, but it already started before, right? So from the graph that I saw, it was like all of a sudden towards the end of the year, there was like an increase, right? So there was a surge starting, but then towards Joe Biden beginning, it just became more crazy. But the point is, valid question. Don't ignore it because it's coming from this clown. If you're going to change Trump policies because they suck, and they did, you got to replace them with something better and something effective. Has Joe Biden done that? I don't think so.
Well, and Congressman, to Lindsay's point, she's gonna fly down there. She's gonna go to Guatemala to find out the root cause, and they're gonna go. The root cause is you invited them.
Yeah, no, exactly. When you announce to the world, come on in, we're not going to have a wall. When we get there, we're going to process you within 8 hours. If you come in with a family and you got a child under 6, within 8 hours, you are put on a bus, put on a plane, and sent somewhere in this country, somewhere all over the United States. So that we saw that facility. And by the way, it's interesting, the date that facility, they put this temporary facility up, January 23rd, 2021, 3 days into the Biden administration.
Keep in mind that this is one of the largest news networks in this country, which can be seen outside of this country. I'm actually thinking that this is Fox News, but still, they are pretty big to have a large audience, and Fox News has been pushing this as well. So, what do you think the effect is of Fox News and Newsmax constantly talking about people from Mexico being open with open arms and the bus and they're gonna fly you around? So, if I'm in Mexico and I'm watching YouTube videos somewhere, and I see on Fox News, they say that, hey, they're flying you around to anywhere, like, come on in. And is Newsmax and Fox News advertising to the world that you're welcomed here while pretending to complain about it? I mean, Joe Biden is not the one saying, come on in, we're going to fly you around. Jim Jordan is, and other people on Fox News, to large audiences on the internet where you can see it from anywhere. You think these people would be scumbag enough to use this as a strategy to encourage more people to come in here to make Joe Biden look worse? Right? Just keep going on news and saying, yeah, they can fly you around. Interesting.
The world already knew what Biden was advertising. Come on in. And so 3 days into the administration, they set up this facility to quickly and fastly process individuals.
The idea of come on in is something that I keep hearing from the right and conservatives and Republicans, not from Joe Biden. These are the ones who keep saying to the world, come on in. And be accurate. They say that Joe Biden is inviting them in. So if I hear that, right? If I'm if I'm in Mexico and I'm watching Jim Jordan, I'm like, oh, really? All right, let me go in. You bastards.
And process families, like I said, within 8 hours, they're put on a bus or put on a plane and sent somewhere across our country.
This is the only place I'm hearing this information from Jim Jordan.
Yeah, that's nice. I want to switch gears for a second. You sit on the House Judiciary Committee. You guys voted on a bill today that establishes a commission to look at reparations for descendants of slaves in this country. Tell us about what went down, your stance on the legislation, and where this is headed.
No, great thing. We're actually going to deal with that here late tonight. We're still walking through this markup, Sean. But yeah.
And now the most important part of this video, the comment section. So these are the principled Americans who are or have been crying about cancel culture. Pancake syrup, Mandalorian, Mr. Potato Head, Dr. Seuss. Right. I'm going to show you that all of that is fake outrage, which is not a right-wing thing. It's an American thing because the liberals do it too. For different reasons and for different things, but it's a thing we do in this country. We go on our social media and we get all, oh my goodness, about things we really don't care about. But I'm going to prove to you that they don't care about this cancel culture nonsense. All Republicans need to join forces to bring this administration up an act of treason. Acts of treason. Treason. Our family already started to boycott these phony woke companies. John is for cancel culture. Boycott all MLB and woke businesses. I've already started boycotting myself. So apparently Republicans and conservatives are all about cancel culture. So when they get all triggered about pancake syrup, know for a fact, I'm showing you the evidence, that it's all fake. They don't give a damn about pancake syrup. The entire existence. You want to know what the typical conservative in this country, what they stand for? They stand for owning the libs. That is their Bible. That is their religion. That's all they care about. They don't care about cancel culture and all this nonsense. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about owning the libs. They are perfectly fine with doing the exact same stuff that they complain about. They don't agree with what these companies are doing, so they're doing what we can do in this country as Americans. We can vote with our dollars, right? When other people do it as a problem, they're doing it, it's supposedly okay. Well, guess what? That means when other people do it, it's actually not a problem. It's fake outrage. A bunch of phonies. That's what they are. And you see how many likes these comments are getting that are calling for cancel culture, right? All this socialism talk and blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen even this Blue Lives Matter. They don't care about the cops. They don't care about the cops. They don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about cancel culture. They don't care about any of it. They care about one thing, owning the libs. Every single time. When it comes time for them to be consistent, every single time they fail. Everything they're upset about the left, when it's done on their side, I don't see any pushback. It's just like the few bad eggs with the cops. Right? It's a few bad eggs. But every single time I see cops acting up, I don't see any protest from other cops. I see other cops standing around watching. So apparently the police in general don't have a problem with police brutality. If it was such a big deal, then it would be tough to do it and get away with it, because your fellow colleagues would be like, what the hell are you doing? Ease up. I don't see it. They stand around, they watch, or they help, right? These cancel culture fools, when people on their side are doing it, they stand around and they watch or join in. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Don't believe the hype. If you have to ask, you're just too young. Sorry.